Okay, great evening, guys. Hope you're well. I want to show you something very important today in regards to the market that I see a lot of people neglect, or they just don't focus on it, or maybe they just don't have the knowledge of it. But that's something that's actually fundamentally important when you want to trade and when you actually want to be profitable and have a clear sense of direction in the market, and a crisp view of the market. So today I want to show you the importance of a top-down analysis combined with market structure. And you guys know, like, I love my NAS. So NAS is volatile. It's difficult to trade. It's not the easiest pair to trade, but it makes money. Like, it makes money fast. And if you know what you're doing, you can catch a lot of pips in a very short period of time. Now, I don't want to put any false perceptions in your head of what it is. That is difficult, but if you do your analysis properly, and like I'm going to show you now, you can most certainly be profitable in trading NAS. And if you combine the stuff I'm going to show you with other confluences, stacking your confluences one on another, getting at least like 4 or 5 confluences stacked on each other, then you can confidently take a trade. And if you combine that with proper risk management, proper psychology, you're going to be profitable. It's actually so simple, guys. Like, trading is so simple. People overcomplicate it a lot. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's really simple. So I'm going to use today as an example, and Friday as an example, because Friday we did take proper trades as well. Very profitable Friday. But today, again, super profitable. And it's not magic. It's really just basic stuff. So what I do is, when I start analyzing from the top down, is I start normally on the daily. And the daily time frame is very powerful. You can see a clear direction on the daily. We're in a bearish trend now. So, the daily is really a powerful time frame to look at if you want to get a sense of direction. But what I do is, when I'm on the daily, I mark my fundamental and very key levels of support and resistance. Now, I know support resistance is basic, but guys, you don't understand how important this is. It's normally the most basic and most simple stuff that people take for granted. I don't know why. It's probably human psychology, but just like, for instance, the best stuff in life is for free. Guys, the best stuff in life you can't buy with money. It's for free, but people neglect it because it's free. People want money. People want nice things, materialistic things. It's all good. Like, that's something you like. If you want that, it's all good. Like, it's not evil. It's not like wrong to not want that. But if you make that your essence, then you're going to hit brick walls wherever you go. Money is not going to solve your deeper problems. That I can promise you. You might have, like, if you are a miserable person, a negative person, before you have money, money will elevate that. Money will enhance that. If you are a loving person, a caring person, a family guy, not necessarily even a family guy, just a very, like I'm gonna say, like a positive person, a positive outlook on life, optimistic person. Once you have money, that will just be elevated, and you'll experience more of that. So money is basically just an enhancer. But the point I want to make is that the most valuable things in life is for free. Family, time. Guys, time is the most important thing we have, is time. And that is why, since day one, I told myself, well, since day one, when I started trading, I told myself, I'm doing this to have time in the future. I want to create financial freedom for myself so I can have more time. The amount of time we spend just worrying about money, or maybe just going to work that we don't like, or whatever we do, most of us, our focus is money, and it shouldn't be. It should really not be. So yeah, so but yeah, to make it more simple, what I just want to say is the most basic things on trading is also the most valuable and important things, and people take it for granted because it seems so simple. But because it's so simple, people don't do it. It's so simple to actually change your life. You just have to change your thoughts. It seems simple, right? But it's very difficult. It's difficult because we are programmed to believe we can't, or we don't have to, Yeah, so not to dive too deep into that, but what I want to show you is the top-down analysis, how important it is to start on your daily and mark your levels of support and resistance. So as you can see right here, this level on 12,300 is a major level just because it came in here, rejected, 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 and then finally we broke through this level and it found support, and we came back and it found support again. So this is, to me, is a very key level. And notice how I put it on 12,300, not 12,398 or 12,392 or 12,312. It's an exact number. It's 12,300 because we want to trade like institutions trade. We want to really focus on how they trade and how they think and where they want to take the market. And they love psychological round numbers. They love it. And with NAS, the same thing. They take it just from one level to another. If you look at this, 11,500, then it moved up to 12,50, 12,050. Then it went down again to 12,800, and then it went up again to 12,650. So, the market moves from level to level, and it's normally rounded off numbers. So that's important to note. Then I marked off a zone here. Again, this is a major, major level. 1 rejection, 2 rejection, 3 rejection, broke through. Since we broke through, we spent 1, 2, 3, 4 days underneath this level. We broke through again. Now we're spending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, like almost 2 weeks. We're in this range, but we're staying above this level. So this indicates to me that the market doesn't want to push down. It tried to push down, but it doesn't want to push down further. So this is a major level. Then I have my another level up top here. As you can see, we broke through, found support, broke through resistance, broke through support, broke through resistance, resistance, resistance. So that to me is also a very key level. And I mean, it's just 3 levels, like I marked it 1, 2, 3. And that's my major daily support and resistance zones. Now it is a zone, it's not exact level, it is a zone. Especially if you go into the low time range, you can see why I call it a zone. Like you can see, we're wicking through here, so wicking through. So we need to call this a zone because it's not going to exactly come to the T and just reverse. It might, but not necessarily. So then I go into the 4 hour after noticing. Okay, just another thing is, again, what I also look for is trend. So at this stage, we're not really trending. We're kind of consolidating and not doing much. But like here, we can see it's a clear uptrend. So in this trend, we look for buys. Here we can see it's a downtrend. So we look for sells. But now it didn't create that lower low. So that means that the trend is changing. So we might get higher high next time, and because we found the support on the daily, I'm looking for buys. And that's why the previous, since Friday, I was looking for buys, and I found a proper buy here, and I found a proper buy in this zone right here. And it's because of this daily support zone that I looked at. That's my biggest level that told me, listen, I need to look for buys. So what I then do is I go into the 4 hour and I mark up these little blues support resistance zones. And what this does is this gives me like kind of a mid-level. Now, it's not exactly in the mid zone between these 2 levels. I normally go on support resistance. So here, a nice level of support resistance, because when we broke through here, we found support again. When we were underneath, it was resistance. So this is a nice level. This as well, you can just see how it's respecting it here. So yeah, it's respecting it, respecting it, respecting it, respecting it, respecting it, and respecting it. and this is where I took profits today. So I mean, this just also gives me a good indication from trading from A to B and knowing where to take profit and where to put my stop loss. But again, that's going to be infinite detail. There's a lot more to it, but I want you guys to see the basic concept. And if I combine my support resistance with my market structure knowledge, that I know the market always moves in waves. Again, like I always say this, just find the right tool. So the market always moves in waves: high, high, low, high, low, and then it might not break this one, so it's creating a new lower high, lower low, lower low, high, lower low. And we might also get a market that's consolidating, just ranging, and that's perfectly fine. But this is market structure, and if you understand market structure, you can always find proper entries for yourself, if you have the patience to wait for market structure to actually break. So today, or actually since Friday the 26th, what I was looking for was buying opportunities, and my reason being, we created this impulse to the downside. So we broke structure on the left, so we had a lower low. So I was expecting that pullback, and now we have the pullback, and we might now get a further retracement down, or we can just go and retest this, or we can have even a breakup, a complete break of structure. Because what we have here is a break of structure, because if I look here, lower low, and this right here is technically the lower high formation. And after that, it couldn't create a new lower low, it created a higher low. So after the high low, I was looking for buys, because I knew, listen, structure is broken, this thing needs to go up. And that's in confluence with the daily support level. So it's a perfect, like, how can I say, like, confluence, or gives you confidence to actually take these trades, because it's on these like massive support levels. And then what did the market do? It went up. And what did it do? It retraced. And then now what? We're expecting the next impulse to the upside to come and retest the previous highs. So that is what I'm expecting in the next few days, for this thing to trend up, because it broke market structure. Now this is on the higher time frame. But if I want to find entries, I would literally go down to the 1 hour, and I would look for again, market structure break. Here you can see we broke market structure to the left. We created a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. This week right here, that's a higher high, higher low. So, but again, now this market may be consolidating. We don't know. So we have to identify what's happening. And as soon as you identify what's happening, that's where the things start getting interesting, because then you can go and find the opportunities. Just for interest sake, like in this zone right here, we had a massive break to the downside on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. And then we had the retracement, and then we had further downside. So this is an A, B, C move. It's a perfect wave. But in this wave, I was capitalizing on the buys, because I knew that it had to retrace. So this is a lot of pips that I caught here. But again, my targets wasn't above this zone here, because I knew that we already had this break of structure. So I was looking for that retracement and then further downside. So I actually took buys to the top and took sells to the bottom. Fairly simple. Now I'm not going to get into the entries and how I take entries and all that. Today I just want to focus and tell you how important market structure is. And if you can understand market structure and confidence that with your support and resistance levels, you're going to always find a clear sense of direction. And with a clear sense of direction, you're going to know where to look for your entries as well. Like, just for interest sake, like, obviously when this is a major daily level, and when it broke structure to the left, I knew I was looking for entries on the retracement. You could have even rode the retracement back down. It's not impossible, but for here I was looking for that retracement and looking for buys, industry trades. And that's exactly what happened on Friday. Actually, on Friday, what happened was I did two trades. So I actually drew a little trend line as well, right there. And what I did was I took the first trade right here. I rode it up, took profit, put my stops to entry, and it wicked me out. So, but I took another entry here. If I go down against the 15-minute, you can see what I mean. Like this, when clear as daylight, the entry reasons. And again, I'm not going to dive into entry reasons, but when you reach the zone, you know you have to look for your candlestick confirmation. Like here, bullish engulfing, rejection. Yeah, evening star pattern, morning star pattern. Perfect pattern to take entry from. You can even take your fib, like your Fibonacci, from the swing low to the swing high, and look where it came into. Just put it there. Okay, and look where it came into. Exactly into the 61.8 golden zone. Like if I had to draw my zone here, it would have looked like this. And actually, that's what I did. But again, this is just another confluence. Like now I'm stacking up confluences because now I'm on the daily support. Now I know here I'm not on that daily support, but you must remember this is the 15-minute time frame. On the daily time frame, this is a week. Like this will show as a week. So literally I was looking for confluences. So the first confluence, daily support, and we're coming down below and going back up. We broke structure. The second confluence is market structure break. We had a higher high. So what am I expecting after a higher high? A higher low. So I was looking for that even before the move came down. My third confluence is the Fibonacci. My fourth confluence would be the retest, the third touch of this trend line right here. For massive, and this is actually where the massive move happened. And I caught this move literally from exactly there because I drew my trend line. So when this thing came down here, I had so many confluences I could not take the trade. I had to take the trade. And so I was very, confident in taking this trade. And today again, same thing. We had market structure break. Now, I know it's not looking like that, but after this impulse, this was actually the market structure break to the left. So again, today, what I did was drew my fib, and look at how it respected the fib. So as you guys can see, like it's actually simple, but you have to do a top-down analysis to really get a sense of direction. And I'm not going to go into the entries again, but if you get your sense of direction, your market structure, your support and resistance zones, then it's going to be much easier to go and find those proper entries and proper risk to reward ratios. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I hope you really learned something, and I hope you grasp what I'm saying. And I know it does sound simple, but don't neglect it because it is simple. Trading is simple. People overcomplicate trading. And that's why I started this community, literally just to empower people to start trading for free. And I know that it's going to bite me in the ass because it's free, because people are neglecting it. So obviously it's not going to be free forever. If I'm done with the course and I'm done with the whole business side of things, because again, like it's not my idea to build a business. It's my idea again to empower people, but it's funny how people work. They like when they pay for something, then they really like dive deep into it. When they don't pay for it, it's free, so it probably doesn't work. Or people think I have another motive with the whole community. Me and Michal, we're building this thing for people to really get empowered and get knowledge without sacrificing too much monetary value in that case. But you obviously have to sacrifice time and effort and your mentality to go into the charts and try and understand what is happening. And trust me, it will pay off. I'm trading a year now, and it's already paying off massively for me. Like I wouldn't know where I would have been without the trading, like where my mindset would have been, where my finances would have been. Trading is really changing my life, and it's amazing what it can do for you. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This video is going to be on YouTube, so please hit the like and subscribe button. I'm not a marketer or a YouTuber or anything. I would appreciate that, because that would get this free content out to more people, and so more people can see this stuff. I paid a lot of money for this. Michal paid a lot of money for this knowledge, and we're just paying it forward. And it's free for now, guys. So take advantage and really go and study this stuff. It really works. Okay, guys, enjoy your evening and have a blessed one. Cheers.